There was this commercial, I think it was like 5 or 6 years ago, that I absolutely loathed and hated because it was a housewife. She was dressed moderately on the beach, but she's on the beach in a lawn chair. And out comes from the water this husky, beautiful looking man with the abs, the chest, the arms. And I don't even know what the product was, but the content I remember very well because the next scene, the housewife is waking up and she looks to her right, and there in reality is her husband, balding, hair all over his body instead of the top of his head, and way overweight. Now, every time I saw that commercial, I thought, that is me. I don't want to be that guy, but I didn't know how not to be that guy. It was about 4 years ago in '05 that I began a journey that I thought I would never begin in my life. At 308 pounds, I needed to do something. See, the way that I felt when I was so overweight and quite literally obese was not the way that I wanted to feel. I couldn't play with my kids in the backyard. I couldn't go on the swing set with them. I couldn't run around and kick the soccer ball. My daughter loves to play tag, and I couldn't play tag with her. And every time we go off to the neighborhood pool, I try to make an excuse not to go because I was so uncomfortable in the skin that I was in. So here I am in the summer of '04. And investing in a 2-hour line to get on one of these roller coaster rides at Carowinds. I get in the ride, and you lay down in this ride, and you have to imagine trying to get a thing on while you're, or a strap on while you're laying down. I could not strap this thing in. I'm in this line with my daughter. We finally get up to the ride, and then all of a sudden there is this hush in the silence because it turns out 3 guys are on top of me trying to buckle this thing. And I feel this little hand grab mine, and my daughter saying, "Daddy, it's okay, we don't have to go on this ride." That was a wake-up call for me. And so with that wake-up call, I began to search for real help and went to the YMCA and got involved in a program there. And then here in the area, as Kelly Frazier probably will tell you about, there was a program called Greenville Shrink Down, and I got involved in that and started to learn about real nutrition and real exercise and how it worked and how I could become a healthy person. And it took about 1.5 years. It took some time. It took a lot of dedication and hard work. And let me tell you, the hard work still continues to today. But I see that real nutrition and exercise absolutely benefits this body and this gift that God had given to me. See, my eating habits before were no breakfast, hardly ever any lunch. I would not have snacks during the day. And at the end of the day, by the time I finally got home, I was just so famished that I would eat 4 helpings of dinner, and I would eat throughout the night. The little Debbie cakes, I love the Debbie cakes. Snack to me was a bag of Doritos, not a serving of Doritos. I mean, I would eat just poorly, and it was all in the evening, and my body was trying to survive. And so I learned through a process of learning about nutrition and things like that I was the way that I was because of what I ate and how I ate. So here I am today, eating 5 to 6 meals a day, eating more than I ever had when I was the biggest I ever was at over 300 pounds. I eat about 5 meals a day, and every single day, except for 1 day a week, I'd have 1 day a week where I do rest, I have at least an hour of activity. And let me tell you something, the way that I feel, the way that I've learned about commitment, the way that I've learned about accountability within my weight has helped with every other area in my life. See, before, I would spend about 12, 13, 14 hours at where I work at His Radio 89.3. And I would stay there because I felt like I needed to get things done. There was never a period at the end of the day. Now, at an 8-hour day, I get more done now than I did then, which absolutely amazes me because I've learned about structure throughout my diet and exercise. I've learned about commitment than ever before through my diet and exercise. I've learned about 3 things that really help me out, and maybe this will help you if you ever begin this kind of a journey, which you can because it does work. The 3 things are commitment, accountability, and being active. And maybe I should throw one more thing in there, my faith, because that should be the first and foremost. Because I've learned that I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. I keep that first and foremost, and the other things come online, because I've had to surround myself, just like when we became Christ followers, and how we got rid of some of the things that would drag us down and would cause us to sin and do the wrong things in life. That would be the same thing for my health. So I've surrounded myself with people who keep me accountable, that I can be real with. And if I want to eat a whole bag of Doritos, I can pick up the phone and say, hey, I'm going to mess up today. I've got this bag of Doritos. I'm about to dive into it. And then they remind me of the commitment that I've made to myself, to my family, and first and foremost, to God, because of the gift of life that He has given to me. So that's my story. And that's where I am today in my health, and how I've learned to become a Christ follower who pays attention to the gift of life that's been given to him.